If you haven't taken time to visit Blennerhassett Island, you're definitely missing out. I headed out to the island to show you how to plan a perfect day at the museum and the state park. You're going to want to start your day here at the museum, which is located at 137 Juliana Street. Once you head through these doors, there's a whole lot of different things you can look at. To kick off, down in the basement, they have a 15-minute video explaining the Blennerhassetts and their history. Then, as you move through the museum, you can see more than just things about the family, but pieces of local history as well. With 2 floors of items, plaques, exhibits, and displays, you can learn everything from how the local railroad functioned to seeing the desk of the first governor of West Virginia. Once you get your fill of the museum, you can head right down the street towards the flood wall and get your tickets for the ferry ride right here at the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Tickets for the boat ride are $12 and the ride takes about 20 minutes. Once you are on the island, you can purchase tickets for other activities, such as the wagon ride and tours of the mansion. Craig Pyle, superintendent for Blennerhassett Island Historic State Park, says it really takes you back to the 1800s.
Oh, it's a total unique experience in itself. Even though you're in the middle of the Ohio River, time does seem to slow down when you're on the island. And we also have guided tours by costume docents that will fill you in on the history and also show you all the antiques that we have in the Blennerhassett Mansion. If you are planning a trip with your family, you may even want to pack a picnic to enjoy on the grounds. For those with mobility issues or strollers, the island is generally pretty level, and the walkways are graveled. They also have a golf cart available that can take those with mobility issues around the island. Coming up for West Virginia Day on June 20th, they are hosting a day full of activities in partnership with the Blennerhassett chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. We hope to help people understand the meaning of the American flag. We're hoping to do some open hearth cooking, candle dip making. We'll have a washboard demonstration so the kids can appreciate their washing machines today. We're going to do a quill writing station, spinning wheel demonstrations, blacksmith demonstrations. Then after West Virginia Day, they gear up for the ringing of the bell on July 4th. The 25th anniversary that we've participated in this program. We ring our bell on the island the same time that the Liberty Bell is rung in Philadelphia and other churches throughout the United States. And finally, they have their candlelight event on October 9th and 10th, with tickets going on sale on August 1st. The island is open Tuesday through Sunday. The first boat departs at 10 a.m. and leaves every hour on the hour until 3 p.m. The first boat departs the island at 10:30 a.m. and leaves every hour at the half hour until 4:30 p.m. Now, with America 250 right around the corner, you can get a taste of history right here in the Mid-Ohio Valley. Here on Blennerhassett Island, for WTAP News, I'm Emma Grace Myers.